Yo, yo, yo! Looks like a Honda Accord. I don't know why it's down there. Yo, yo, yo! What is up, guys? Nick Nakai here, Let's Drift Media. Thank you guys for coming back to the channel. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button down below. So on today's episode, I'm going to be showing you guys the new whip I just picked up. If you guys follow me on Instagram or see the title, you could probably assume it's a BMW. So pretty excited, loving the car so far. Let's get to the top of the hill and check it out. Seriously just like grips the road. I mean, the tires are really fresh, but I mean the suspension feels beautiful. Almost feels like I'm on like stiff ass coilovers, but without the shitty ass ride that you get from coilovers. And this is all stock. So first off, definitely no plans on modifying this vehicle, just because it's so clean. Like, it's one of those things, like, if you found like an old S13 or S14 and it was all mint and OEM and like nobody fucked with it, like it was super virgin, like you're almost doing it a disservice if you start modifying it, putting all this aftermarket bullshit on it. So definitely gonna keep it stock. As a lot of you guys know, this is my first BMW. Never been a fan of them. I mean, I kind of like how they look, but I've never been like, oh, I'm gonna buy a BMW. So this is the first for me, and it's really changed my mind about BMW. Like, this car just feels solid as fuck. Especially for how old it is, it's just hard to believe. One cool thing about owning a BMW, I would say, is now I have the right to drive like an asshole, because you guys know that all BMW drivers drive like friggin' morons when you see them on the street. So now I don't feel so bad when I cut people off or drive like an idiot, because it's like, oh, I'm in a BMW, like it's expected of me. So that's another cool thing about transitioning to BMW. Oof. This is a fun car, guys, let me tell you. This is a fucking fun car. Alright guys, made it to the top of the hill. If you couldn't tell by now, it's an E46, baby. But before I get started with the little walk around of this car, I just want to show you guys something. I was chilling up here, sipping, look down the hill, probably the wrong lens, but a fucking car down there. Looks like a Honda Accord. I don't know why it's down there. What's wrong with those wheels? Kind of want to go get them. I don't have tools. I don't want some dead bitch popping out on me. But so many questions. Why is it down there? Why'd they put it there? Stolen? Want to know the scoop. But I guess we'll never know. Anyways, back to the video. Came up here to GMR because I wanted to give it a nice cruise, good test drive. Bought this car about a week ago, so I've been driving it to work and stuff. I just need to smog it and handle all that paperwork bullshit. But let's check it out, guys. It is a 2003 325i, more commonly known as the E46. And this thing is mint. Like, this is one hella clean car. Everything works. AC, radio. I had to switch the radio. Shout out to Danny for hooking me up with the radio and also getting me the deal on this car because I happen to be his homie. So, besides that, complete the walk around. Paint's in excellent condition. Under the hood's beautiful. It's just a pretty good car so far. The only thing wrong with it is it's a BMW. It's kind of funny because I've always said, like, I'm never buying a BMW. Even working for a BMW, I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying a BMW. I tell the homies, don't buy a BMW from the problems I've seen. And then I turn around and go buy a BMW. So originally, I had no plans of buying this car. If you do know me in real life, you probably know that every other week I say I'm gonna buy this car or some car, not this car, but I will say I'm gonna go buy this or I'm gonna go buy this, and I never do. So the other day I went to Danny's shop and I was just hanging out there and he was like, hey, my homie's selling an E46. And I was like, nah, I don't want a BMW. And then I looked at it and I was like, damn, it's pretty clean. He was like, how much you want for it? And he told me a really low price and I was like, wow. So I went home, I thought about it, I looked him up, and then I just made the impulse buy and bought the car. So shout out to Paul Thomas for hooking me up with this car, because this car is immaculate. I believe he's the second owner. This car's been well taken care of. He loved this car. He did all the maintenance on it. He did all the upkeep, and it really actually hasn't been driven in like 3 years. So it's just been sitting around and it still starts up and runs cherry. So let's check out the interior, guys. First, let me show you the best part about this car. It is a 5-speed. And I forgot how much fun driving around a 5-speed is, because I only drive the 240, that's stick. The Lexus is automatic. So that's been really fun. The interior is just flawless. Those are dust prints. We're up in the dirt. But holy crap, guys. If you guys could see this car in person, you guys would be like, oh fuck. Everyone who gets in it is just surprised how clean it is. Especially for being a 17-year-old car. Those A-pillars could probably be freshened up a little bit. Other than that though, everything's super clean. It's unbelievable. It's got about 137,000 miles. No check engine light or anything like that. I'm just waiting for the cap monitor to pass. For some reason it doesn't want to pass. So if you guys have any suggestions, I've been driving on the freeway for like hours and I cannot get that thing to pass. No fault codes though, so getting kind of annoying, but I'm gonna figure it out. I feel like it might be lazy O2 sensors. That's what I've read on the forums and stuff, and I'm just gonna keep driving it. If it doesn't fix it, then, or if the cap monitor doesn't run, I'm just gonna swap those O2 sensors and see what happens. But yeah, guys, the driver window regulator is taking a shit, so I'm not rolling it down, but like every E46, those regulators take a shit. But the rest of them, pretty good, pretty good. Although no drive-thrus for me right now. But yeah. Show you guys the back interior. The previous owner before me just drove this to work, like a short 10-mile commute. Never had any kids or anything in the back. So back here, it's like literally no one's really ever sat back here. Probably a handful of times. Can't get over how clean it is. Even had all the service records and registration forms organized in a nice little portfolio, which I thought was pretty nice because compared to most cars I buy, usually they don't have shit. So very well taken care of. It's a good sign right there. So like I said, I've driven it for about a week just to work and back. I drove it to Victorville the other day, and this car seriously just drives so beautifully. Like, this is the first BMW I've owned. Obviously I drive them at work and stuff, but I've never actually driven one for like a solid amount of time to actually see what they're like. And I must say, I'm quite impressed, and I understand now why people like driving BMWs, because not only do they look pretty ballin', the ride quality is amazing. Like, there is hardly any road noise when you're driving on this car, on the freeway. Drives really smooth even for being stick, and it just feels super solid. Like, I'm pretty surprised, and now I'm pretty sold on BMWs, and I'm starting to really like them, believe it or not. Going around the front, this is actually a M type, M replica, whatever, bumper. I think when he was unloading it from a U-Haul one time, he said he ripped the OEM bumper off. So he put this one on temporarily, but I think it looks pretty badass. I'm really digging it. I'm gonna just leave it on there. I have the fog light in the trunk. I just haven't had time to install it yet. It's got the HIDs and the halos, which look pretty sick at night, little angel eyes. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Did I make a mistake? Did I not? So let's go take a look under the hood. Honestly though, the best part is that everything works, minus that window, but I already have the regulator, I just need to install it. But I'm really surprised because every older car I picked up, something's wrong with it or broken, and the fact that it's a BMW and it's so mint just blows me away. So even under the hood, you can tell this thing has just been taken care of. All stock still, minus that intake or air filter. Straight 6, about 100, and I don't give a fuck amount of horsepower because I'm just daily driving this car. Well, yeah, this is just a ridiculous clean car. It's a beautiful day, by the way, too. Nice day to come up to the canyons. Get away from civilization. Also, has a Borla exhaust on it. A little bit hard to see, but it's pretty nice. It's not that loud. It's a catback. So it's just got like a nice, decent little purr to it. Nothing too obnoxious. Which is fine for me right now. Look at the paint though. The paint is just, you can tell this thing was kept in the garage, man. I'm telling you. It's missing these little trim covers. They're in the trunk, but I need new clips. So I'm gonna have to replace those. But besides that, guys, I cannot find anything else wrong with this car. I've been trying too. So let's start it up. You guys can hear it. So this is also the newest car I've ever owned, a 2003. Never had a car that has keyless entry. Pretty cool. Pretty nice, decent purr, not too loud. The fuel mileage is really good on this car. With the Lexus, I was probably getting maybe like almost 300 per full tank, but that's like a 17-gallon tank. This one, I'm not too sure how big the tank is. I was almost empty and I put in like 14 gallons, but I drove about 350 miles and I was still like just under a quarter tank. So I'm pretty sure I can get like 400 miles to the gallon if I cruise it and I don't floor it too much. But I've been flooring it a lot just because it's super fun to floor it. Give it a little rev. Horn works. Beep beep. Shifter feels great. No grinds. Clutch feels good. He says it's the original clutch. I kind of find that hard to believe just because it's so many miles, but maybe it was just driven really gently. Kind of weird too having the window switches here. I'm getting used to it, but it's pretty weird. Yeah, Also, another thing I like about this center console is pretty nice, armrests. And I like how the AC vents and stuff are tilted towards the driver to really focus on the driver. It's really nice. It's just clean and simple. Can't tell you how much I love this as a daily driver. So far, I recommend it, as long as you're willing to work on BMWs and pay BMW part prices, because I know OEM prices are pretty through the roof compared to, say, like a Toyota or something like that. But good thing I work for BMW. Let's see, give you guys a little exhaust note. I like it. It's not too crazy, not too obscene. The only thing that kind of sucks is it's black, and as I've learned from the black LS400 that I own, that it is a bitch to maintain. I just washed this car like today, and I already see dust all over it. So with black cars, if you guys have ever owned one, you know that they stay clean for about a day. So that does suck, but it's more of a reason to stay up top on keeping it clean. I did detail the inside, that's why it looks a lot really fresh. But yeah, I'm not sure what else to go over with. This is kind of like the first car walk around I've done. I don't want to close that, what if it locks me out? But yeah guys, let me know what you thought of my E46 car review. That's it for today's episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We're almost at 12,000 subs. Also, back on Instagram, if you guys are wondering or noticed, posting daily stories, day in the life as a BMW technician. So stay tuned for more of those. And like always, thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!